Alright, so where the heck did I leave off? I don't know. I completely forgot. I'm so sorry. I have failed you. But anyway, I'll carry on with something else. So the point is that I'm very picky when it comes to anime and stuff like that, and this is part 2. Sorry, I'm extremely opinionated on this subject because I just am, you know. There are certain things that I'm very opinionated about, and this is one of them. So, where was I? I know I was not talking about leprechauns. Scottish leprechauns, to be exact. They still have a pot of gold, but they're more manly. So I think that's more of a blacksmith and dwarf. Anyway, that aside, well, here are some of the anime from this century that I do like. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. That is some awesome anime. It is actiony. It is really cool. It's got a bit of a fantasy factor to it, but it seems like something really cool and very unique in the world of anime that I very much appreciate. The effort. I have all 3 books of Phantom Blood in my manga collection over there. So I just finished that, but I know there is a... What is that? I want to say a second 3-book installment, and then a third 3-book installment. And then I think that they're continuing Stardust Crusaders, which is the saga of Jotaro Kujo, which is the grandson of Joseph Joestar. Or I guess, I don't know, he is Kujo, but you could probably call him Jotaro Joestar, because he is a Joestar. His mom's Joestar. But aside from that, I really like Bakuman and Ultraman. I don't think that's been turned to an anime yet. It's still a manga, but it's really good. That does not, or as far as I'm concerned, hasn't like mixed in elements of romance with action. It's just flat out action. Like, it's really awesome. I very much like it. And Ultraman is, well, the manga is a reboot of the original 1966 television series, Ultraman, or Ultra Q as it was known before, about this giant superhero from a place called Nebula M78. They called him the Giant of Light, but some simply called him Ultraman. I'm not sure why, but it was really awesome. That's a TV show that my dad watched as a kid, which I latched onto as well as a kid, and didn't really watch the series until later on in my life. So that's just a fun fact about me. But aside from that, very few. I like very few. The Guyver, the bio-boosted armor Guyver, not the one from the 90s. Even though the 90s one was really cool. What else do I like? That doesn't really count as an anime series. That's just an anime version to a Marvel comic. The anime adaptation of Iron Man. That one was really good. Zoids. That's from the 80s apparently, but I don't believe it. The animation is much too detailed, much too cool to have been from the 80s. What else do I like? Oh, I can't really think of it now, but I'm very picky about all that sort of stuff, and those are all pretty much action anime, and I absolutely dislike Saint Seiya Omega. That's the Saint Seiya series that came out recently, and by recent I think it was in 2014. If there are any Saint Seiya fans or Knights of the Zodiac fans watching this, I don't know if you like it, and if you do, that's all fine and great, but I hate it, dude. It's just, I don't know. The cloth object mode design is really weird and disproportional sometimes. It's super over dramatic. And yeah, the old series was kind of over dramatic too, but it was all action. It was straight up action. The female saints, like their cloth was, it wasn't sexualized. It was a little, not too revealing, but the shape of the cloth was perfect for the movement of a female saint. But the one, it's just over sexualized. Mini skirts and high boots, and for the female saints, I don't like it. I don't think it's right. Because it just doesn't, it does not stay loyal to the original Saint Seiya style. And I understand it's a whole new series under the guidance of a whole new creator, and that's okay. I respect the uniqueness and the creativity. But I think if you're going to make the reboot of a series, you should at least kind of remain faithful to the moral and the action and the theme of the original series. Even Saint Seiya The Lost Canvas, which was one that came out in the early 2000s, remained loyal to the original Saint Seiya. So, like I said, I'm super picky, and I'm sorry if there are any anime fans watching this, and maybe you're not picky, and you're probably calling me a narc for not appreciating the artistic talents and genres of, like, today's century, but I don't like it. I don't like a lot of today's stuff. JoJo, Ultraman, Bakuman, that's great. I love those, because those remain loyal to the theme of their series, They're very actiony and kind of gritty when they need to be, and kind of funny when they have to be, but they don't mix super big elements of drama and sex and all that stuff into it, That's perfect for me. That's great. So, yeah, it's just my opinion on the subject. Maybe you follow, maybe you don't follow. It's totally up to you. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. Thank you very much if you've watched this. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, if you spay and neuter your pets, make sure that you don't cut off more than they want you to cut off, okay? Because that's usually very not nice. Okay.